Now, the assassination of Kyallo Mbabo has now taken another twist. Why? Because the arrested suspects Wainaina na hao wengine wenye walishikwa wenye walikuwa na yeye the last day taking lunch wameachiliwa.
Secretary General Eric Muhia and Paul Mbugua were released from police custody on Saturday night after investigators failed to get incriminating evidence linking them to the assassination. The three were among those whom Mbabo met at a city hotel hours before he was killed while on his way home. The lawyer representing the three, Maulid Bare, in a statement has termed their arrest and detention as malicious, unjustified and a reckless abuse of police power.
And now the DCI says that there is no evidence linking these people to the crime. Remember, hao watu walichunguzwa, CCTV ikaangaliwa vizuri, simu na kila kitu. And DCI is saying that there is no evidence linking these suspects to the murder of Kyallo Mbabo. So this leaves Kenyans with one question. Who committed this crime? Remember, Wainaina, the KANU politician, was arrested with 50 million shillings. And people thought that maybe Kyallo na Wainaina walikuwa na deal gone wrong. Walikosana pesa. And people thought that.
Cash recovered.
He was arrested at his home. The amounts of money that was found with my client, I cannot disclose that amount because it's his personal property.
Maybe Wainaina akapanga kumaliza. That was some people's thoughts. And of course, some other people said that Kyallo Mbabo was a man in debt. Alikuwa na madeni na alikuwa na daiwa na watu. And of course, I cancelled this claim because I said that mtu kwa deni yako utamuua ama utamgojea, utamwombea pone, akue hai, atafute pesa akupatie. Mimi mtakuwa na deni yangu, nitamuombea akue hai, atafute pesa anipatie. Sitamaliza, kweli. So the murder of Kyallo Mbabo has now confused Kenyans. And Gachagua today said this.
Broad daylight. They are all over. There is no security in the country. Because these gangs were used to do politics. And when politics are over, they have to make a living. So they are all over. Those gangs will be dismantled and security restored. You saw a few days ago, a lawyer, my neighbor in Karen, was shot 8 times by professional killers. People are so scared in the country. You don't know who has been paid to assassinate you. These motorbikes now are worrisome. Anytime anybody now see a motorbike following your car, you shiver, isn't it? Because you don't know, is that motorbike carrying an assassin? And when you look at the way that great lawyer was killed, those are professionals. Those are not just ordinary people. They shot him in the head to make sure he's dead and dead. So these are things that I want to do, and I ask for your prayers.
Yes, Gachagua is talking about, how actually it's accusing the state of orchestrating this assassination. Saizi, ukiwa na gari, unaendesha gari, uone pikipiki inakuja, utaogopa because you don't know whether that person has been sent to eliminate you. Now, with the release of these people, now we have to go back to what Kungu Muigai said. Remember, the strongest point in this murder in history of Kungu Muigai, who said that Kyallo Mbabo had evidence kwamba Supreme Court judges wanakula pesa ya corruption.
Man like that. I don't know who killed him or why. I cannot pretend to know that. But what I can state is, in my statement, I had said Bob Kyallo is my lawyer. And indeed, Bob Kyallo was one of my witnesses who was going to give evidence about how various judges have been bribed with a lot of money. And he was also the custodian of very, very crucial evidence. He was holding 4 affidavits from our witnesses who either participated or were private to the giving of bribes to the judges. He was also a custodian of 2 audio recordings, which were actually recorded when these judges were being bribed. It's a sad day, indeed a very sad day for this country, that we can lose somebody of the caliber of Bob Kyallo. He was a professor in law. I will not blame anybody because I really don't have an idea who killed him. But I have accused a cartel made up of the Shah community, Kenya Commercial Bank, and various judges in the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal and the High Court.
And Mbabo also said Muigai alisema hivi. Yes, said that the guy was working for him, the guy was a family member, the guy was a state lawyer, and he was not someone you could easily bribe. So it means that Muigai believes kifo ya Kyallo Mbabo ni kuhusu ile kesi yake. Remember kuna kesi ya land whereby KCB Bank wanataka kuuza shamba ya Muigai worth over 4 billions because of a defaulted loan, kitu kama hiyo mama loan. Na Muigai amekataa, anawaambia wauze shamba lingine. So ni vita kuhusu shamba. So Muigai alihire Kyallo Mbabo as his lawyer. Na anasema kwamba kulingana kesi vyenye ilipelekwa, the KCB Bank was not happy with the good work Kyallo Mbabo was doing. So, this guy was murdered because of the case he was pursuing. Okay? Because he had evidence that Supreme Court judges ndio wanakula pesa. In fact, he even mentioned Justice Leonela, who said that wamekula pesa na wakona proof kwamba wamekula pesa. You see, when a senior judge amepatikana akikula pesa, I tell you, that's a serious crime because he knows that kazi yake inaenda kuisha. And this can prompt someone to do something, anything. So, with the release of these suspects, when walikula chakula na Kyallo Mbabo the last day, now people are now forced to go back to the initial story ya Muigai, akisema kwamba the lawyer was murdered because he was representing him in the case. And remember, huyu jamaa aliuliwa a day after Muigai alipost kwa media yake, social media yake, akisema kwamba kuna corruption, kwa judiciary, and judiciary needs to be disbanded. Now, the government is the one not to do all this work, because Wakenya hawana nguvu, sisi tuna nguvu ya kujua nini ilifanyika, okay? We are just consumers wa news. We just waiting for news isemekane to consume, to post here. But we can't really do the investigation, yeah? But we can actually try and, think of what might have happened before the murder of this guy. Because there was even a crucial evidence released on CTV. There was this guy, a tall guy, who was seen trailing Kyallo Mbabo from ile building alitoka, akapanda gari, akaenda. And this guy was seen like he was waiting for Kyallo, because the moment Kyallo alimpita, ujamaa pia, akaenda, akapanda pikipiki yake, ni kama alimfuata. So he is a person of interest, and is a person mwenye akishikwa ndo atacrack hii case. But the bad news is this guy has not been arrested, and in fact the cameras did not capture him properly. In fact, I came to realize that CCTV cameras zenye ziko hapa town Nairobi hazina power to actually capture the happenings. Okay, so it means that indeed solving this case is going to be, it won't be a walk in the park. In fact, hii kesi ninaiona ni kama itaisha kama ile kesi ya Ong'ondo. Okay, itaisha kama ile kesi ya Albert Ojwang. You see, these high profile cases wanga zeni popote, because the people who orchestrate them wanga ni powerful people, and powerful people are usually untouchable. Once again, so that's how it is. So the release of these people have not, shocked me. Out of what you mean, I'm not shocked, because I was expecting them to be released. And in fact, imagine someone like Enaina alishikwa na 50 million Kenya shillings. 50 million, I tell you. This guy has money to actually, even bribe his way out of cell. How will you arrest and put in jail someone possessing such a huge amount of money? It shows you that EKC won't go anywhere. And I would like it to go. I would like the, Kyallo Mbabo to actually apate justice. But we as Kenyans hatuna nguvu ya kumpea justice. We have to wait and see what will happen. Not tell me, do you really believe that justice will be done, poor Jama? Ama do you think that we need to just forget this thing and we disband this country and everyone should go home? Thank you. If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea. The place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dr. Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.